Mtazamaji, kwa mara nyingine, waziri wa usalama wa taifa Kipchumba Murkomen, mkuu wa polisi Douglas Kanja, mkuu wa upelelezi wa jinai nchini Mohamed Amin wamekosa kufika mahakamani kujibu masuala kuhusiana na visa vya utekaji nyara. Jaji wa mahakama kuu anayesikiliza kesi hiyo amesema atamhitaji mkuu wa polisi kufika katika kikao cha 3 cha mahakama, la sivyo hatua ichukuliwe dhidi yake. Wakili wa waathiriwa wa utekaji Kalonzo Musyoka amesema kuwa kikao hicho kinatakiwa kufanywa kwa dharura. Mwanahabari wetu David Mudhoka yuko kule mahakamani na amekuwa akifuatilia kesi hii, na kwa sasa mtazamaji, tusikize mawili matatu ya kinachojiri.
And when we think about the victims in this case, Your Lordship, especially the 7th petitioner, time is of the essence. The longer we adjourn, the longer he's in jeopardy. And that is a direct infringement on his right in terms of derogation of the right. On the issue of, again, derogation of the right, information is key. So that right is not derogated. One of the things that you have requested or demanded is that the IG comes to give information to this court. His presence is paramount in order for this right not to be derogated in terms of the victims. So Your Honor will be praying for 1 day maximum.
My Lord, if you permit me, I have an important revelation I would wish to make to the court. Thank you, my Lord. Perhaps before I make the revelation, I will be remiss on duty if I do not extend the very sincere gratitude of my client, the 3rd petitioner, and his family, for the court having initially stamped its authority, perhaps a move that led to his reproduction. My Lord, my client has given me instructions to tell you that he indeed owes you his life. My Lord, on the revelation that I would wish to make before this honorable court, on the 6th day of January 2025, when my client was presented at Ngong police station, yes, in my presence and that of my learned colleague Nicholas Karanja, my Lord, we had a conversation with the investigating officers. Yes. And we indeed have a meeting today at 2 p.m. at Ngong police station for the purpose of recording statements that may lead to assist the investigators in what they have invited you to do. For that reason, I will wish to fully associate myself with the submissions made by my seniors at the bar, senior counsels, and my colleagues, that to return here before you on Friday will be sufficient in the circumstance. In any event, my client, the 3rd petitioner, still cries out loud for the court to help in the reproduction or the production of the 7th petitioners. The 7th petitioner. That should be all from me. I thank you, my Lord. Thank you.
I think I've had good cross-section views.
Madam, may I just have 30 seconds?
Well, advocates don't keep to 30 seconds. Exactly that. Yes, please proceed.
Thank you, Madam. My name is Kipchumba. I associate myself with the sentiments that have been made by my colleagues on returning here on Friday for 2 simple reasons. The statements can be recorded anywhere in the country. It does not have to be in Nairobi. And the respondents are admitted that they have been going on with the investigations. So there is no need for giving them more time. And every day that the whereabouts of the 7 petitioners are known, the families are subjected to torture, cruel and degrading treatment. My Lord, that is a right that cannot be limited in any manner whatsoever, and that contains the Constitution. For those reasons, I request that we come here on Friday, even at 2:30, we will be available. My Lord.
Thank you, Counsel.
Thank you.
My Lord, if I may.
Yes.
I have not spoken for the first interested party, my Lord.
Yes.
I think we associate ourselves fully with the submissions made by petitioners and the interested parties on the issue of time.
Yes.
My Lord, there is an authority that was provided to you by Counsel for the DPP, my Lord.
Yes.
For purposes, my Lord, of clarity, it is important, my Lord, that we do clarify to you, my Lord, that, and the issue was whether the 2nd to 6th petitioners has now lapsed in view of that issue, my Lord.
I would not want us to go that way. That authority is not obscure. The central question before the Apex Court was whether if you apply for habeas corpus, you cannot thereafter apply for we are not there. We are very, very clear.
Precisely. Precisely.
We don't need to go completely.
Thank you.
That's most of that.
So I've had a good cross-section of views on time. And there are some aspects that are in competition. I will not say antagonistic, but they're in competition. The 2nd to 6th petitioner applicants have only recently regained their liberty, and it is unclear to the court where they were. I understand that we're all eager for an expedited hearing process. I've heard persons say that statements can be recorded even today and we come back on Friday. We must ask ourselves, though, if you've been missing since the 24th, is it too much to ask for a high court judge to give you a little bit of space with your family? So I don't think we can record statements this week. And Counsel Njiru mentioned supplementary affidavits. That's the other concern. The petitioners may need to put before this court additional information. As Counsel Thande Kuria was saying, ultimately the application will have to yield a ruling. And that ruling would be based on materials placed before the court. So to balance those competing interests, this court must give sufficient time for the petitioner persons to recover, to have some normalcy, and then to record either supplementary affidavits through their counsel or statements. But it also cannot be too much time. It cannot be that because the 2nd to 6th are with us, that we ignore the fact that the 7th is not. And we must return in good time so that we're able to chart a way forward. I hear what Counsel Thande Kuria was saying, and perhaps I should explain the court's thinking on why the IG is important. I believe it was I think it was Njiru last time, who asked the question about whether we'll cross-examine persons. And I believe Mr. Nyamodi then responded to that. The IG would be able to appear and he'd be able to shed some light directly on what the 2nd and 3rd respondents have done, but also he would be able to show a very important accountability aspect, that the head of our National Police Service has nothing more important, Mr. Nyamodi, than dealing with what is perhaps the issue that is in the minds of Kenyans. I'll not comment on what Mr. Omtata said about tomorrow, but it is certainly on the minds of Kenyans. So this is what I propose we do. The petitioners, you will pick one counsel who will then give a proposal to the court as to how much time you will need to draft supplementary affidavits and also take your respective clients to DCI headquarters. I heard one counsel say that we have police stations all over the country, but to assist the 3rd respondent, coalesce all these statements, perhaps we should try to make it easier for them. You pick a day, all of you go, they give the information to the 3rd respondent and also supplementary affidavits. So before I proceed beyond that, how much time realistically would you need to do all that? respondents can also read the rooms and also discuss
na mtazamaji, kesi hiyo